Hi guys, welcome back to Just an Ordinary Girl. Today we're going to make some simple, guess what? Parsley potatoes. So now we have some potatoes in there. You're going to wash it, and then you're going to need a nice stock pot. Here's one I got. It is a 6-quart. So let's get started. So first you're going to do, this is really simple, and anybody can do it. You can even get your kids to help clean the potatoes. So you get yourself some soap. I got some olive here, and a scrubby, and potatoes. And all you do is you scrub them like this. I'm going to raise you up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Got my stand here. There you go. Like that. I think this is the worst part of making anything with potatoes, is the cleaning. But man, are potatoes yummy, and they're so healthy for you. Lots of protein in potatoes. Okay, now that you get them cleaned, make sure you rinse them really well. You don't want to leave any soapy residue. And as you're rinsing them, you look for little eyes. These are the little eyes. You want to dig them out with a knife. Or you can even use the potato peeler if you have one of those. Usually I do use my potato peeler. We're gonna go ahead and clean them up. Okay, so now your potatoes should be cleaned, and I threw them in a strainer. Then you're gonna want your pot to have water in it. I put the water up to about here. Hopefully you can see that. Now it's time to start cutting. You don't have to leave the skins on, but I like the skins on, and I think it tastes better. Plus it has more nutrients in it. So you just go ahead and get your potato. I slice it in half, and then in half again, and then in half again, and then in threes. And if you notice an eye, I did try to clean them all out, but sometimes you'll find one. So you want your potatoes to look like this, sort of bite-sized. In your water. This is the fun part. This is so a simple recipe that anybody can make. Easy to do. We're going to have this with stuffed kabocha squash, and so I'm going to have that recipe up on my channel as well. I don't know if it'll probably be up by the time you see this one. For the parsley potatoes. So go ahead and continue to cut all your potatoes and put them in your pot. So then once you get your potatoes all cut, you're going to want to go ahead and dump them back into your strainer and really give them a good rinsing, because you don't want any soap or anything on them if you happen to, have any. And then you're going to go ahead and fill your pot back up, and we're going to start cooking it. Probably I'd go about 20 minutes to start. And what you're looking for is when you put a fork into the potato, you want it soft, but you don't want it to be too soft to be like mashed potatoes. You want it just sort of in between. So keep an eye on it about 20 minutes. So you want to cover your potatoes like that. And go ahead and boil them. Okay guys, so now your potatoes are still boiling, but they should be, see how they're starting to break apart? That's right where we want them. We don't want them anymore. So we're going to go ahead and cut that off, and we're going to drain it, and I'll show you. Okay, so you shut the potatoes off, and now you're just going to take them and put them in your colander. Strain the liquid. Be very careful because this is super hot. You're going to go ahead and flip it out like that. Okay, so now that your potatoes are drained, what you want to do is you want to grab some seasoning. So we're going to use the parsley flakes because they are parsley potatoes, and some garlic powder, and my favorite onion powder. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to put, I guess we'll measure it for the video's sake. I'm just going to put about a half tablespoon. Look, I didn't even do that right because see, I'm not used to measuring, so we'll do it properly with the garlic powder. But we'll say that was a half a tablespoon, and then a half a tablespoon of garlic powder. I'm just pouring it in the bottom of the pan. And let's go with a whole tablespoon of parsley flakes. Just sprinkling at the bottom. Now, in quote unquote normal parsley potatoes, you would add butter. But since we're not going to add butter, this is all I'm doing to them. We're just going to add seasoning. And we're going to toss it. They taste just as good as regular parsley potatoes with the butter. What you can do if you think your potatoes are dry, depending on what kind of potatoes. See, I'm using the Yukon Golds, but these ones here honestly are a little dry. That's why I'm mentioning it. But I had some that were huge. They were pretty big, and they were delicious. They were moist and everything, but these are dry. So you can, when you serve it, you can add some avocado, because avocado will replace your butter, and then it'll be just as delicious as it was if you had butter. See, now get yourself a spatula like I got and just sort of toss it. You're going to mix all those flavors up like that. Doesn't that look good? Yummy. I got the window open here today. It's warmer. It's about 39 degrees. And the snow's starting to melt. We had a snow come in over the weekend that lingers. Okay, oops. If you toss them out, put some back in. You can be a little messy here, that don't matter. Who's looking, right? As long as your table's clean that you're working with, that's what I always do. I clean everything properly before I cook. Okay. Now, when you get to this step, essentially you're done, but you could put more seasonings, and I think I will just for the video. Actually, I need to finish putting the rest of the potatoes on, so this will be perfect. Don't want to forget that little guy. There we go. Toss these. See, it's getting full. I made a lot of potatoes, didn't we? We did. But that's okay. We eat them fast. If you watch my other videos, I tell you, we go through about 25 pounds a week. And we stick with the Yukon Golds because they're good for baking, for frying, for mashing, broiling, anything you want to do. A Yukon Gold is very good for. Now see, can you see how good that looks? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little more on top. And that's just going to be for, basically for a little flavor and for looks. Now this time I'm not going to measure that. I don't usually like to measure anyhow. So here's what I'm going to do. Just going to give it a little sprinkle. That's my garlic. And a little sprinkle of onion. Just if you sprinkle, if you watch my videos, if you sprinkle it like that on top, your seasonings are going to turn out perfect every time. You don't really have to measure. See, just sprinkle it like that. Doesn't that look delicious? There you go. Now they're all ready to be served. Now I'm going to take it over to my place that I normally show you guys, and maybe I'll plate some up or not. I'll see. Okay guys, so I did decide to plate some up. Here you go. I cut an avocado to show you what it looks like. Doesn't that look delicious? Let me tell you, it is. It's very delicious. Here's what it looked like. There's a beautiful avocado on a beautiful winter's day. It is so nice out right now. Okay guys, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Please try this recipe. It's so good and so easy and healthy and delicious. Stay tuned for more videos.